You don't want your kids to be sick. You yourself don't want to be sick. So why has there been such a disconnect out there, even from some people, quite surprisingly, that otherwise never expressed, skepticism about vaccines when it came to their children, suddenly now they're saying, I don't think the grandkids should get the vaccine?
No, thanks for that question, Michael. I think it has to do with the fact that there's been chaos. I think that, when patients are confused and their doctors are confused, what tends to happen is that you start to get really skeptical about all the people that are recommending for you to do one thing or another. So I think that all of the skepticism, skepticism is good, but all of the sort of attack on vaccine that's occurred really means that people don't know where to look and don't know what to do. And that can manifest itself in inaction. Last year, 271 kids died of influenza. Over 90% of them were not vaccinated. So that's a pretty clear message that it's really important to vaccinate your kids. But when you have folks who are trying to destabilize trust in vaccine, who are purposefully trying to make the point that the experts, including your pediatricians, don't know what they're talking about, that really creates a lot of indecision, and indecision manifests itself as an action.
To your point, just to put the numbers out there, this is from the Washington Post and the Kaiser Family Foundation's recent survey. 1 in 6 U.S. parents are rejecting vaccine recommendations. The poll finds concerns about the vaccines themselves are driving these decisions. And they note that parents who reject vaccine recommendations are primarily worried about the side effects and the risks of the shots rather than facing challenges getting them. I think that's so important because it's the misinformation and disinformation here, which is why it was critical to hear from Dr. Menarez and Dr. Hari today. They are not, and just like yourself, y'all are not politicians. Y'all are not political actors. You aren't political appointees. You are scientists. And I think for every person who still works in the federal government that is wondering about something that they've been told to do that just doesn't sit right with them because it's not right for the American people. If you're wondering if you should speak up, if you're wondering if you should say something, tell someone, look at the doctors like yourself, Dr. Menarez, Dr. Hari today, their willingness, you all's willingness to speak up and speak out and to leave the CDC, not quietly, but very loudly, and then sue. Dr. Menarez is suing for her job, is the reason that Bill Cassidy, the Republican, said we need to have this hearing today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the reality is that the five of us actually, who are a part of this, first and foremost are public servants, and we're scientists in the public service. And when you have the moment where the work that you're doing is no longer serving the public, and as a doctor, you take that Hippocratic oath, and that is to first do no harm. And I think that, part of being a doctor is saying, I can't do this anymore. And we could have left quietly, but that wouldn't serve the public's health. And, I think we are definitely in the line of a lot of criticism. I think that we're getting, attacks all over the place. It's a scary time to do that. And I think that that was actually something that came up at the hearing. But we're doing what we think is right from the perspective of people's public health and the health of the population and the nation.